Al Cole, the band you're hearing right here, from CBS Radio, for many, many years, manned the overnight shift where he seduced and massaged the souls of many a young lady and an old lady and everyone in between. His phone number is 508-669-6987. That's his phone number. It's 508-669-6987. You can call him. He wants this. This is what he wants me to do. And you can Al at alcoholic.com. Like you're an alcoholic.
Okay, I got it.
Yep. Alcohol. Hello.
Alco is here.
Wow. Hi, Al.
And
It's
live.
great to have you on Valentine's Day. This is fantastic.
Oh, it's great to be here. You know, Fred, Rob, John, you're the best. And thank you for the last show and everything. I'm looking forward to this one and greasing those skids with Valentine's Day and everything. So, yeah.
All right. So, Al, you transcend material objects. And, you know, today is Valentine's Day. And for so many of us, we don't know what to do. You can't get into a restaurant. You can't get flowers delivered. But, Al, how do you express to a woman that you love her and you appreciate her on Valentine's Day, but maybe you don't have the means to give her something material or take her somewhere very fancy?
Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. It is a brainer in this society. However, that's a no-brainer with romance. Stay home. You know, the biggest gift that you can give a woman as a guy is not just the physical love, your verbal love, your nice touching love. Now, that's physical, but we're not necessarily talking first about sex. We're talking about closeness. You know, there are two types of relationships when it comes down to it with guys' intentions. You know, getting into a woman's pants, all right, we know that. Or getting into a woman's feelings. Now, we don't know too much about that stuff. Women love feelings. All you have to do is stay home, have a beautiful, beautiful night together, beautiful, beautiful, that's somebody calling me right now. All right. They're always calling me. That's why the 508-669-6987 number is really cool. I don't mind calls. In fact, I invite them. Getting back to the thing. You don't have to go out. You don't have to celebrate, get drunk and all of that, and have a lot of other people that you don't even know interfering with your love relationship. You and your woman, that's all you need. You're a dynamo. You, your woman, that's beautiful human energy. You can explode in terms of wonderful inside love ecstasy. Guys, get onto that. And that's what women, they're going to relate to that. And they're going to love you even more, guys.
Al, can you, like, so I'm staying home with my woman, and is there any way to prepare the home? Like, can you take me through the evening of expressing emotional and physical love?
Yeah, before she arrives, what are some things that, we could do to kind of set the scene?
Well, incense is always great. Incense sets that scene. Women love smell. Okay. Guys too, but
what kind of smell?
Well, with women, incense really gets to them. It's exotic.
Do I rub that on my privates?
Well, you can.
Okay. Would that work? In all seriousness, would that work?
Nobody's going to stop you.
No, I know that. But would that work? Like, do I want to put something that smells good where I want her to go?
Later.
Okay.
You start out, where you want her to go first is an atmosphere. An atmosphere we're talking about your home, your apartment, wherever you live, your condo. There's a certain atmosphere. And when you develop that atmosphere, that is you. Now, you can't do it artificially. It has to be something that is part of your confidence scheme. Now, confidence is a big thing. Women love confidence. Something that a guy knows that he's good at. And so we develop smells along that. I mean, we have human energy coming out of us all the time. We know that. We're emitting smells. We're emitting things. Sometimes you can't really, it's at such a low level. But you pick out certain incense. Now, this woman should know you ahead of time. We're not talking about the first date here.
Right.
And so, if she knows you ahead of time, she already knows, oh, yeah, I love that incense. I don't like that incense too much. So, the incense that she likes, that scent that she likes, okay, it's going to be over you anyway, because once you light that match to it, it's going to fill your whole room and it's going to fill a little bit of your body. So, it's going to be there anyway. You don't have to rub it on your privates, actually. It's going to emit before you even have a chance to go down in that area. And then she walks in, smile. That's one of the big things. We know that. This is all kind of like common sense stuff. You smile at her, you touch her hair. That's the first place to touch the hair. You don't touch the butt first. Although maybe with your woman, she know, yeah, you know. That
How
she
do you
wants that.
touch the hair? Do you like reach out and grab, or do you?
No,
Caress to the
no.
side, Fred.
All right, John, you're not the
Grab it.
expert. Go ahead,
Grab is the
Al.
wrong word. Then you stroke it. Stroke.
So you put
Yeah.
like the back of my hand. I'm wisping it. I'm wisping it with the back of my hand, or what am I doing?
Yeah, the back. Well, not the back of your hand. No, your palm.
Oh, and so I'm like combing it over her ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay.
Al,
Al, no,
if I can, real quick, if
come
I can
on.
interrupt, Al, here we go. I got a scenario for you. Just tell me, and then Hardy, this will not interrupt your flow. Al, here we go.
You're interrupting.
Girl coming over, all
Yeah.
excited, nervous, stomach racing. Got to take a dump. Take a dump.
Oh.
But then the girl comes over, and I don't have time to take a shower after I take the dump. What to do? Because you mentioned smell.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if a smile's going to get you through that, though.
No, a smell. You mentioned smell. Is there a way to,
Smell.
How do you handle that? That's a very real question.
Well, you don't handle it. I mean, that's just nature there. You can't do anything about you took a dump, what, 5 minutes before she walked through the door? You in trouble, bro. No, you got to get yourself together before that.
Okay.
But, you
Okay,
know,
I
most-
think Fred's
most
being
guys gotta be-
Fred's being a silly goose. I have some legitimate questions here.
All
Now,
right.
when it comes to setting the scene, you already mentioned the sense of smell. What about hearing? What about music? And I would say,
Oh, yes.
furthermore, Al, what if you wanted to get your confidence level up and you wanted to impress the woman? Would say playing an instrument for the woman. We have a couple of people on the show who play clarinet and trombone. Are either one of these sensual instruments, and would you recommend playing music for a woman on an instrument when she comes to your home?
Well, yeah, I would recommend my doing that because I have a piano in my home. I have, some guitars, even though I'm not really a guitarist. I'm primarily a pianist. So that works. I like the beautiful song that you were playing, as an intro here.
Oh, that's a good
and
one.
things along that line. One of the things that you want to do, though, if you're not a musician, you're not going to play an instrument usually, and it's not going to be the trombone. All right, that's out. The bassoon, that's another thing that's out.
The trombone,
But
you're
if
saying,
you are-
because Adam plays the trombone, and he's a real loser, so you don't
It's
play
cool
that.
for Adam.
Yeah, but not cool for a lady. That's like
No.
that's a turnoff, right? Because that's a
No,
stupid
the-
instrument.
I'll leave the
The two
trombone in the
coolest
case for when
instruments.
the lady comes over.
All right, what are the
Sorry,
coolest
continue.
instruments, Al?
Two coolest instruments, piano. All right. I mean, the piano covers all of the vibes, and we know that. And then, second coolest is not just the guitar, but an acoustic guitar.
I
Because
play
now,
that.
hey, that's loving and everything. And, so you want to get into intimacy. And music that you play, like in the background, should be that way too. It should be instrumental music, not so much songs. You don't want the lady to have to figure out the lyrics and concentrate on the lyric. You're the lyric, your voice. That is the lyric, bro. And background music should be something that accords again with that smell thing, the incense. Everything comes into play in a coordinated way. So that background music, she already knows what she likes. You already should know what she likes. Soft music, we always talk about that. Just a few instruments, not overwhelming, not Beethoven's Fifth or anything like that, but something soft, cool, melodic, and romantic. Now that's a no-brainer.
All right,
And
now-
you put all of these things together, that lady is going to like it. And use your palms, not the back of your hand.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we've covered a couple of the senses so far. What about taste? What about you're preparing a meal of food for this woman coming over? What
It
are
can
some
be so sensual.
What are some of the more sensual foods and
do I
what
feed her?
what can you do with these foods?
Yeah, do I feed her? Do I feed her through the mouth?
You absolutely do. However, before that, I'm going to say something that maybe you're not expecting.
Hmm?
You don't cook anything ahead of time. Well,
Hell yeah.
all right. Maybe some guys do, some guys don't. But with me, no, we cook together, and she knows that. She's coming over for an entire what feast, feeling fest. And so one of the things that we're going to do after we settle in and everything, and a few kisses and hugs and touches and things like that, and I love yous and some nice words from me, nice words from her. Then, you know what? I know what your favorite dish is. And the biggest thing I can do for you, honey, right now is I can start to make that favorite dish right with you right now. That's an experience. You and me making your favorite dish together. Now,
Okay.
it
Now,
better not be something that takes hours, not
no, no,
corned
no.
beef and cabbage, but
What?
something that's easy.
Right. So what you are so, but you, I might be hearing this and I might think, well, look, of course this works for Al Cole. He's Al Cole. Me, I'm just some schlub. Uh, can you give us like maybe a time where it didn't go okay? Like you had too many women over or like something like that. What has that ever happened? Has there ever been too many women for you to please?
Well, yeah, there would be too many women at one time.
Yeah, so
Sure.
that's been a problem for you before. Like how many is too
Well,
many?
yeah. I mean, every once in a while, it's not planned that way. Every once in a while, I'm with a woman and I might be outside of my home or something. Maybe another woman shows up. That can be a problem. But I never coordinate it with two women at one time.
You
Some guys do.
what's the most amount of women you've had at one time, Al Cole?
At one time, you're talking about in bed, maybe. All right.
That you've been hugging and touching and feeling with at once. The number of them at
Three.
the same time. Three. So
Three.
it was three women and you.
Three women and me. Yeah, but see that we're not talking about Valentine's Day anymore.
No, no, no. But because you're
We're just
fascinating.
talking about straight out sex.
Well, no, no. But there's a method to getting three women. How did you get the three women at the same time?
I was saved by chance. Nothing like that is planned. But it was a thing where one woman that I was with at the time, but it was just for sex, really. And when I say just for sex, I don't mean I'm paying the woman or anything like that. I mean, it was understood that wow, we were hot over each other and everything, and I understood the kind of woman she was. She understood the kind of guy that I was. It was not going to be an ongoing relationship. We knew that. And she got so hot, and we were really doing something beautiful. And she said, "You know what? I've got a friend that I think you should meet. Wow, we're together right now." Okay. Well, two friends came over.
Whoa.
And then, we started to talk and everything. You can't just rush into this stuff. And, stroking of the hair of one, maybe, the leg of another one, they're stroking a little bit of me and everything. It was actually a beautiful love fest. But some of these things are not meant to last forever.
No.
They're just a one of a time thing that just happens on the spur of the moment. You let it happen, you go with the flow. And if you go with that flow, women are going to take over. See, I didn't have to do anything.
You
really.
just laid there.
They took
And they
I
used
just
your
laid
body as
there.
right. Yeah, yeah. So were they all attractive women, or was there one
Oh,
ugly
yes.
one?
No, no,
Oh wow.
no, they were.
Oh
They
wow.
were actually all attractive.
Did you at one point during that go like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like this is wonderful. Or were you so in the moment? Are you able to like not think like that? Are you so in the moment?
I think every guy, and certainly to answer your question directly, yeah, I was thinking, wow, boy, I'm a lucky guy right now. And I think every guy should feel that that woman is an honor for his life at that particular point. Whoever that woman is, if that woman is paying attention to a guy has to be flattered by that and honored by that. Wow, there's something about me that is attracting not just the sexual aspect of this woman. I'm attracting her mind, her feelings. That woman means something. And it doesn't matter what she looks like at that point. She means something. That's a human being who is attracted to me. So now that guy checks out, what is that attraction built on within me? And then he can build something very special within him. Women can make a guy more special than that guy started out to be.
That's amazing.
Just by caring about that guy.
And there's probably been women that were so unattractive that were amazed that you would be with them because you have this ability to see through that superficiality, right? Like the real dogs.
Well, we know that women come at different attraction levels, right?
Yeah.
So the way you're putting it, I know what you're getting to. However, we fall under. We should. I think guys should fall under the attraction of that woman, and then when that woman is very attracted to a guy, doesn't matter how they look. If we know that we're not going to be with that woman forever, we're not going to marry her. And she's not going to be our girlfriend, but for that moment, she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Al, that is a gift. That is a gift.
Who will you be spending Valentine's Day with, Al?
Oh, those three.
Al, you dog. How many times were you able to? How long were you able to go, Al, with the three girls?
Oh God, it makes it easier actually, because see, they're supplying a lot of the energy.
Yeah, I understand. I've never had anything remotely like that, but that's
cool.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What you just brought up, you didn't bring it up for this reason, but I'll say it very quickly here. We know that the sex act between a man and a woman, basically, it's supposed to be the guy, pushing and all that stuff. The woman, settling back, and then they both come at a certain point. However, with three women in that position, that what I was talking about earlier, I was kind of more in the female role. They were more in the men role.
They're pegging
because they were active. They were more active than I was. I didn't have to really be that active. They were into it. And I realized at that point, now get this. This is good for the guy audience out there too. It's good sometimes, guys, to feel the beautiful feminine aspect of you and just lie back sometimes and have that woman play that,
I understand, Al.
Do the active stuff. And you're going to realize, how beautiful women are and how much they understand sexuality, sometimes even more than you do.
Well, Al Cole, it's what a gift this Valentine's Day.
Always learn so much.
Al Cole from CBS Radio. You can call him 508-669-6987. Al at alcoleholic.com. Al, you are a treasure. Thank you so much, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Well, thank you. Love you guys. All the best. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Al.